Welcome back to this week's Aldi haul, where there is a bunch of new items that I can't wait to share with you, and that means there's going to be a taste test tomorrow. Last week we skipped it because there just wasn't enough stuff, but this week there definitely is, and I'm going to include that St. Patrick's Day 19 Crimes wine that I showed last week in this week's taste test. And good news, it is still on the shelves at the store. We saw it today, so you won't miss out on that. Now, before we get into this video, as usual, it's very easy to support me and my channel by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing if you haven't yet already, and of course, leaving a comment down below. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
All right. Ooh, baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight.
All right, I'm gonna start right here. Tim found this large wild-caught Gulf shrimp. It is raw, peeled, and deveined with the tail off. It's a product of the USA. As you can see, these are frozen. So Tim loves frozen raw shrimp. He uses it for so many different dishes, but we are doing tacos tonight. So he wanted to get this for some shrimp tacos. So I love when they leave the little window in the bag so you can get a good look of what product you're buying and what it looks like. Tim was actually on the fence of buying this, but then I shared with him the back and he was like, oh, those actually look pretty good. So just an FYI, if you ever are like not sold on the look of something, especially things like, you know, shrimp or it's any type of like meat that's a little bit more pricey, just check the package and see if there is a window, because if there is, it might convince you to buy it. I also love that there's preparation instructions on here, even though Tim doesn't need them. He cooks shrimp all the time, but this is a new one to him. I don't think he's tried it before, so he's excited for that. We also found a new pizza to us. So this is a frozen one. It's the stone-baked 4-cheese pizza. It has tomato sauce, mozzarella, cheddar, Edam, and authentic Italian cheese. This is one of two. There was a second one, and I let Tim choose this time, so of course he went with the cheese. I would have gone with this one, the stone-baked veggie pizza that has the tomato sauce, mozzarella, grilled peppers, grilled zucchini, red onions, and spinach. That looked good to me, but Tim wanted just the plain cheese, so that's what we opted with, and that's what we got. So we'll be trying this in the taste test this week as well. We also found the cheesy jalapeno potato tots. I believe we tried these last year and we loved them. So Tim wanted to get them again, and we're gonna try them again this year just to refresh our memory. He also found this pepperoni pizza. This is just like an easy throw in the microwave, nuke it up, and it's a pepperoni pizza mac and cheese bowl. So yeah, that's definitely down Tim's alley, so he's excited for that. And I think he's gonna try this in the taste test as well, just to let you guys know how it is. Now, something I was so excited to see. I know this is, it's spring, you know, spring happened yesterday, official first day of spring. And so there is the spring assortment macarons that came in at Aldi. I know there's a new spring assortment at Costco as well. And these flavors really sound good. So there are 2 blueberry, 2 raspberry, 2 blood orange, coconut, pistachio, and lemon. Every single one of those flavors sounds incredible. And you better bet we are trying these in the taste test. I cannot wait to try the blueberry. I've tried the raspberry multiple times and I know that's my favorite, but I wanna try some new flavors in this one to see how I like them. So I think in the taste test, I wanna try the blueberry, the blood orange, and the coconut. Those 3 are really just sounding so good, and I can't wait to try them and tell you guys how we like them. The last refrigerated item that we purchased is the mini cheesecake bites. Oh my gosh, there's 6 in here, and there's 3 different styles. So there's the milk chocolate, the dark chocolate, and the white chocolate. You can see them all here, white, milk, dark. We are gonna try all 3 in the taste test, and it comes with 6, but these are so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to try them and see how they taste. I hope they taste as good as they look. Now, there was one other line of cheeses that I thought was so interesting, but I didn't buy it because I just don't feel like we're gonna actually love it enough to keep eating it. But I wanted to share with you guys in case you are having something with Easter and you want something festive. They have these 3 different styles of cheese in the wax. They have one that's shaped in an Easter egg, one that's a chick shape, and then another one that's an egg. The pink one is actually, I think the pink was that an egg or something else? It might be something else, but this one is a raspberry and white chocolate Wensleydale cheese. Then there's also a lemon with honey. That's the one I had it in the cart actually, and then I put it back. And then the last one was a aged English cheddar, which is smooth and creamy with a distinct bite. Those all sound great, but I don't know if we would love them. So if you're somebody that's looking for something, Aldi has really fun cheeses for the Easter. Now I'm going to get into the groceries that I found on the aisles that are not refrigerated or frozen. Plus, don't forget, I'm going to go through the sneak peek this week. Starting with some tortillas, because I told you we're making tacos. I guess they're kind of more like burritos. We usually do burritos, but they're in between like a taco and a burrito size, but they're perfect for going back and getting seconds. I usually do one burrito and then I'll do like a taco salad after my burrito, so I'm not having too many tortillas, but these tortillas are excellent. We love them. This is brand new, and this is something Tim wanted to try in the taste test as well. It's called thinly sliced steak chili lime. So it's chili lime flavor. There's hardly anything in this, so hopefully they taste good, because it was I don't know how much it was actually, but you see 32 grams of protein. That's insane. That is crazy. That's a lot. Also found the Easter pasta. Woohoo! I love that they have little Easter eggs in different colors. Looks like there's a bunny and little bells. So we always get the shape pasta for whatever holiday that they have coming up. So that's always fun. Now this was interesting. So I found they had kettle corn for Easter, and they had a sweet vanilla. That's the one that Tim wanted to get. And then they also had a carrot cake flavor. And I was like, ooh, the carrot cake sounds interesting, but I think the sprinkles sold Tim because they look very festive and Easter color. But the carrot cake one I was so interested in. We ended up just getting one, so we'll try these in the taste test. As well as this is new to us too. These are the hummus crisps, which is actually interesting because they're made with chickpeas. And this is a feta, garlic, and herb flavor. So I thought, you know what? These might be actually good with hummus. Or is that overkill? I don't know. But we'll try these in the taste test as well because these interest me so much and they sound really good. So I can't wait to try those. Then I also found a couple of Annie's mac and cheese. These are the yummy bunnies and cheddar for, again, Easter. And my son loves the Annie's brand. That's like the only mac and cheese he really loves. So I had to get this for him for the holiday, so that's always fun. Now I did find one thing in the aisle of shame. I wasn't gonna get anything, but then I was realizing, you know what? I opened this little fanny pack up. It's funny because they actually call this a belt bag now. No longer are they fanny packs, but I'm sorry. I grew up in the 80s and early 90s, and fanny packs were a thing. And so I'm calling it a fanny pack. Why I bought this though, I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? First of all, I really like this coloring. I feel like it gives me a lot of summer vibes. It reminds me of going to the beach, going to amusement parks. And I really liked the thickness of the strap. It's got that seatbelt material, so it's easy to slide to adjust, which I appreciate. Sometimes sliding and adjusting these are like the biggest pain, and when you're in a hurry, it's frustrating. I'm sure you guys have all been there when you're trying to adjust something and you're like in a hurry and it's just not working. So I like this material for the ease of sliding. See, look, I can slide it with just my thumb. And then it has a little back zipper here. So that's perfect and convenient. So when I wear this, my idea is to put my phone back here because it's easily able to just grab it. Let's make sure my phone fits actually. Let's see. Yay, it fits easily too. So I like that because then there's nothing else getting jumbled in here. And don't worry, this is just an extra string I need to cut off. It was just like on there. So what I like about this is that if I put my phone in here, I'm not like going and trying to get 8 million things out of my way to grab my phone. If, you know, I get a call or whatever, I can easily just grab it and nothing else is in there. So I appreciate that. Now let's look at the inside. First of all, I love the spaciousness of this. There's plenty of room to hold a wallet, to hold some crackers. There's pockets in here. This one has 2 sides, so 2 like smaller pockets. You can put your keys in one side, your breath mints, your gum, whatever. In the other side, your crackers. Then there's also a bigger pocket, so I guess you could put your phone in here too to keep it separate if you wanted to, or whatever else you want to do. Sanitizing spray, hair ties. This is a lot of space in here. So I feel like this was a no-brainer for me because sometimes you get a fanny pack and it looks spacious, but then you open it and the way the zipper opens, it doesn't like allow you to fit a lot of stuff in there. This one, the zipper goes all the way down so you can really stuff it, which I like. Plus the color. And there was 2 other colors there to decide from. So if this is too like crazy bright for you, there was a blue one and another one. They do say Aldi on them, but I don't really care. That's fine with me. So that was my exciting find. Now let's look at the sneak peeks because this is my jam. It's all about gardening next week. I love this collapsible wheelbarrow or a folding wheelbarrow. So easy to just, if you don't have the space for a wheelbarrow, but you have a garden and you want to use it, this is fantastic. We have a very large wheelbarrow, so we don't really need this, but I do find it convenient for those that don't have the space, but if this collapses, they can stick it, you know, in a corner between their laundry or whatever, like their washer and dryer. Find a spot for it, you know? There's also this wooden potting bench, which is amazing too. Again, don't need this because I have so much gardening space and I just kind of have my setup already done. There's also a walk-in greenhouse. That's just like the cloth material. So that's great if you have a lot of bugs, and I do, but I just kind of try to spray them off with a hose when I come out every day. There's also a raised garden bed. There's some planters, all different styles and colors. This was interesting to me, this weed puller. It looks intense, but Tim was like, ooh, that's like great because we pull weeds a lot and it breaks your back and your fingers. There's also a stainless steel garden knife. There's some shears, the seed trays, which I thought were such a waste of money, if I'm being honest. If you eat eggs and you have egg cartons, use those. Use the egg cartons. Just poke some holes at the bottom. You can actually plant the entire carton with the seedling into the dirt, and it'll break down and it'll decompose or compost itself into the dirt. So you don't need to get these like seed trays that are probably made with plastic. In my opinion, big waste of money. You can just use your egg cartons. Also, there is potting mix and there's also rubber mulch. So if you have any need for those, couple things for your pets too. There's rain jackets for your dogs, which is so silly. A free, I mean, it's silly to me because I live in California and it rains like a handful of days here. If you're in a really rainy place, then it totally makes sense. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound insensitive, but I just think it's so funny when people dress their dogs in general. So the raincoat makes sense though. If it's raining, they're gonna get soaked. Then there's also a hands-free leash with pouch. I like holding onto my leash, so I'm gonna skip that one. Now, head to tail dental pet toys. My Sunny girl, my dog, she would love these. She loves the chew toys like this, so we may be picking one of those up. And then an absorbent pet mat, I'm assuming for coming out from outside inside if their paws are wet, or for kitty litter. So I guess it's your choice. Now on the back side, we've got more of the kids items. Something that I stand by are these rain jackets from Aldi. I got one last year for my son. I got it a little bigger so it still fit him this year. He wore it every single day it rained and it was amazing. So I very much think that these are a great price, and I think they're a great product because my son's been using them. They also have ladies and men's jackets as well. They have more children's umbrellas. They had them this week too, but these are cheaper. So, and they might be a little smaller. So just beware of that. They have some tops for women, women's leggings. They have women's cozy lounge rompers. Then they have the Stanley dupes that are coming in, but I think Stanleys are over now, so you know. Then there's some men's performance shorts. There's running tights, never heard of that before. I guess leggings again. Sports bras, some colorful sandals, and then a couple household items, some coastal Turkish towels. Then there's a couple essential oils. They got eucalyptus and lavender. There may be more actually in store when we go. And then a rolling hamper. So there's a lot of new things coming in next week that are fun. I'm definitely going to go check out the gardening stuff, of course. But yeah, you guys have some options for next week. This week was fun to find some new stuff. I'm glad that there was enough to do a taste test. So I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow in that video. If you enjoyed this one, please support the channel by giving it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!